to introduce how virtual communication impacts interpersonal relationships. I'm going to show you guys the introduction to our presentation. So as you can see here, a couple examples of virtual communication are Facebook, Yahoo Messenger, LinkedIn, MySpace, and Twitter. Those are just a few. There's a very broad spectrum. And like I said, I'm going to discuss how they impact interpersonal relationships. To begin, we need to describe what a virtual community is. Webster's dictionary defines a virtual community as a group of people that primarily interact over a social network rather than face-to-face, rather than talking to one another. The next thing we need to define is what interpersonal communication is. The textbook, Human Communication, defines interpersonal communication as using messages to generate meaning between at least two people, in a situation that allows mutual opportunities for both to speak and both to listen. And that's going to be on a face-to-face basis. Some things that have led to us having such a huge virtual community online is that in the past, maybe when our parents were younger and when we were younger, snail mail, regular postage, that's the only way you could get a hold of each other rather than seeing each other face to face. And then we move on to telephones and cell phones that allow us to still talk to each other. You still hear everything that each other is saying, but it can't be edited like virtual communication can. And finally now we have email and online communities. Now, there's nothing wrong with an online community. For example, Janet Durgin, who wrote an article for the Journal of Academy of Business and Economics, she says that virtual communities can be good because they help to link people with similar interests together. Whereas if you have a strange interest, it's going to be hard to find someone in your local area who shares the same interest. But with virtual communities, you can do that. However, she says that they are bad because it often causes us to break boundaries that we might not break when we're face to face. We might not feel so free to say as many things because we have our guard up. Our ego is getting in the way of social boundaries that aren't necessarily there when you're online because you don't really have to be true to the person you are. So now you're going to move on to some of the groups that my group members are going to talk about, such as Facebook, Yahoo Messenger, LinkedIn, MySpace, Twitter, and some others that they're going to talk about. Thank you very much.